All right, another episode of Conversate After Dark. Tay, what's up with you?
Everything's good with me. What's going on with you?
All good, all good. Tell people where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, even if you want to be anonymous, you can see us at CVAD, the podcast at gmail.com.
All right. Go to our YouTube, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. Just hit us up. So today we have a special guest. All our guests are special. I don't always say that. But we have Nkole from the Shy. Nkole, what's up with you?
How you all doing tonight? I'm doing excellent.
All right, doing good, doing good. So you're from the Shy. Is it cold up there?
Yeah, it's freezing up here. It's cold as hell.
All right, we're about to eat that ass up on this show. All right, Tay, let's get it started. Get it warmed up, Tay.
Okay, and Nkole, we have an icebreaker that we do every show. We have conversation cards. I have 3 categories. I'm going to let you choose the category, but we're all going to answer the question. So the categories are extreme personal questions, who's the biggest pervert, and the sexy 69 after dark.
Oh, okay. The sexy 69 after dark.
Okay.
That's my second favorite. I like when people choose the biggest pervert, but that's my second.
Okay. In vivid detail, how would you best describe your private area?
She's smooth like butter.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
More detail.
Nah, because now me and Tay got to answer.
Right. Sometimes I wish I didn't pull these cards.
I'm gonna say like a king size Snicker, thick and veiny.
Okay.
Tay don't like this one.
I'm gonna say warm and comfortable, like a hug. Is that good?
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it alone. They got it started, right?
Right.
So, Nkole,
Yes.
Shy. How was dating in the Shy? You single, with somebody, you with multiple people, you pimping in the streets? What you doing?
No, I am not pimping in the streets, and I am casually dating. Yes.
Explain that. What does casually dating mean?
Meeting people, getting to know them, going out, but not necessarily intimate with said people at this point.
Are you fucking anybody or no?
I did make the roster for cuffing season. So yeah.
So
Okay.
you got somebody, but you still are dating other people as well.
We're both dating other people as well, but we're only sleeping with each other.
So is that like a friends with benefit situation, or are y'all on like a lot of people on our show are on this level, or are y'all like the poly tip? What would you call it?
No, I'm not on the poly tip because I believe as far as poly, if I'm not mistaken, that it's about love. It's not just about the sex side of it, right? It's the ability to love multiple people. And so I'm not in love with multiple people. So I'm not into the poly aspect of it. But like I said, I'm only sleeping with one person, although I am dating others.
So how do you keep the other people at bay? And like what happens if you go out with somebody who's dope? You're feeling their vibe, they're feeling your vibe. Obviously, we grown. You good and grown. You can tell you off camera, so you can tell your age. How old are you?
I am old enough to know what I want and young enough to get it.
Okay. All right. Shit. All right. I ain't never heard that one. But anyway, so how do you keep yourself in check? Like if you have an agreement with the person who's your friends with benefits, your fuck buddy,
Right.
How do you keep your own self in check when you like, damn, out with this dude, I'm feeling the vibe, the show would be nice to go ahead and go there. How do you keep yourself in check?
I think it's a having a conversation, right? And I think that if I am going to have an additional partner, then obviously there are a lot of things I have to take into consideration, right? You got to be tested. I'm very conservative when it comes to shit like that, because a lot of people are doing a lot of different stuff, right? And at this point in time in my life, I've made it through this far. And by the way, Marvin, I'm 56, just made 56 late last year. And so I've made it this far without any issues in terms of STIs or anything like that. So I'm very cognizant of that. So I choose to have one partner. But if it was something that crossed over, I think that it would, I'm not one that's just like, okay, I'm a sex this person, sex this dude, and sex that guy. I'm good. I'm taken care of in that area. So I don't need to, be doing a whole lot else, because I'm good. I don't know if I answered that question or not, but if I felt like it towards somebody else, I guess I would have to have the conversation, and we would just have to make sure that we're all being safe. And that's my biggest issue. That's my biggest, that's my biggest non-negotiable, is that we are being responsible adults in terms of our sexual relations. And not everybody like to strap up. Everybody be like, well, you think I'm out here running around doing, I don't know what you out here doing. Don't know. However, for me to be careful, we either gonna have to strap up or we don't do anything.
That's what I was about to ask you. Like, all right, so does your fuck buddy, do y'all go raw? Is that what it is? And so y'all protect each other by only being with each other?
Right.
Okay. That's cool.
Because I need to be able to trace back some shit, right?
Oh, that's right.
You know how we believe on this show, wrap it before you tap it. Or,
right.
Or at least show the test, right?
Right. Exactly. But just because you show the test doesn't mean, the test is only negative until it's not.
That's true.
That's
right?
True. Yeah.
That's why you get tested, to make sure that you're negative.
So with this F buddy, so is he not a viable option for? So is he not a viable option for a relationship, or what's going on with that?
No, he's not. Not a viable option for a monogamous relationship.
Okay. So what happens if you meet someone and you decide you want to be with that person? Have you all talked about that?
Yes, we have. And very supportive, actually, in saying that, hey, I don't want you to miss out on your happiness because we're doing this over here. So, if you feel like you need to, go over there and they're going to give you what you want in terms of, sexually, relationship wise, or whatever, then, they support me in that. That's the friend side of it, right? Friends with benefits. And I think people kind of get that caught up a little bit, because, F can stand for fuck buddies. It can stand for friends, right? So we got all these definitions going on. But like, if we are friends, like in the true sense of the word friends, but we actually happen to be sexually attracted to each other, but my friend side wants me to be, the friend side of them wants me to be happy, and it's willing to, exit stage left in order for me to pursue my happiness. Because it's only a season, right? Cuffing, that is.
what makes them not a good candidate for a relationship?
I did not say that they were not a good candidate for a relationship. I said that they are not interested in a monogamous relationship.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they're not ready to settle down. So that's what makes, so if he was ready to settle down, would you settle down with him?
Potentially. We haven't been dating long enough for me to, kind of make that decision, only for a little while. So I believe in dating for all seasons. I don't go into like commitments off the bat. but what did you say?
I said, okay, Levert.
No, I just think it's good. I mean, I think you need to see how people, I mean, you need to see how people are, you know, during holidays and stressful times. And, you know, I'm not in any rush to, you know, this is not my first time at the rodeo. I've been married before, so I'm not trying to run out there and just settle down for the sake of settling down. But I do believe that, and I guess it depends on how you define settle down. How are you defining settle down, Marvin?
And like this, you said you're not into the poly lifestyle, so I'm assuming you eventually want to be monogamous with one person and do all activities with that person. You know, so that's what I mean by settle down. Like, okay, we're serious about one another. I don't know, at this age, maybe being remarried is something that's in the books for you. Sometimes it's, you know, that's like a legal thing for, you know, protecting money and assets or what have you. But yeah, basically saying I'm shutting the door to everybody else and I'm just going to be with you in all facets. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
in a committed relationship, I would be in a committed relationship with someone. But for me, as far as marriage, like you said, the legal sense of marriage, I'm not trying to do that again. But I would be in a committed relationship with someone, or this person, if you know everything aligned the way it's supposed to.
So how did y'all determine that we're gonna be fuck buddies? Like, how did that decision, like, yeah, I'm attracted to you, you attracted to me. How did y'all reach that?
Through conversation, just getting to know each other.
Hmm.
Right. And so I think that we eventually knew that there was an attraction to one another. So, but again, we're not on the same page as far as what the relationship would look like. So we just decided to be friends with benefits.
Okay. So before you got into this cuffing season, um, how is dating in Chicago, say for our age demographic, and you know?
It sucks.
Okay.
It sucks. No, I think everyone is just trying to, you know, protect themselves. That's what I'm finding. Everyone's trying to protect themselves. Everybody's coming with history, a story. And so a lot of people, one or two things, are either coming in very guarded, right? Or, you know, they want to take things slow and they've got like all these things that they know that they want out of a relationship, or they just out here just, you know, seeing what they can see.
They in their whole phase.
Right, still, you know, at our age. And I'm just like, and I don't even really know that if it's a whole phase, Marvin, more so than it is, there are so many opportunities with all the dating sites and all the, you know, the Facebook groups. People got options, right? And I think that there are just people trying to figure it out. You know, they're trying to figure out like, what's that one person? And it's interesting because real talk, I was on a dating site at the recommendation of a good friend of mine, my best friend actually. And it's like people are either one or the other. They either want to kind of date or, you know, something casual short term, or they want something long term and they're immediately like, you know, so what are your plans? What do you want to do? And I'm like, dude, like I just had a conversation with you. I'm not trying to, you know, commit to you when we've had a coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy to me. That's just bananas.
Well, I think at this age, especially like for men, you said it's like, you know, one or the other, right? Either they're going through their whole phase, so they talking to you, the next thing you know, they sending you a dick pic, or or
Right.
they have been in a long-term relationship, right? Whether it be a marriage or what have you, and you get accustomed to that. You get accustomed to that way of living, and so that's why they're like, okay, what's next? And they automatically move to that phase of life, especially at this age in your mid-40s, mid-50s. You start thinking about, okay, am I dating seriously or am I just having fun? So
Yeah. And I definitely agree with you. And I see that. And I think that like for me, after my divorce, I took time out. Right. I took, you know, a couple of years out just
are
to
you divorced?
Since 18, since 2018. No, no, that's not true. We separated in 18 and then our divorce was final in 20.
So you got
So,
divorced in the pandemic.
mhm.
So you
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
even have a real hoe phase because everybody was
Right,
locked down.
man. Right, right. I mean, like, I'm just now
That's why
just
that's why
trying to,
you ain't
like,
trying to settle down with this motherfucker.
well,
Your hoe
since you got to point it out, got to point it out. But no, I'm not trying to. And I think that it is important that you sit with yourself, and I understand. And I think, that men tend to want to remarry quicker than women, but that's a very blanket statement. But I think that they are used, they're used to certain things, but I just believe both men and women need to sit with themselves for a minute because, that's traumatic. Like you go through a divorce and you don't remember like the wedding day, you remember the court date, going through all of the, the shit to divide up and figure out. And so you only remember the, the bad part, the sad parts about it. And I think people need to sit and kind of reconcile some things before they try to go into another committed relationship.
So you said you're 56 years old.
Mm-hmm.
How old is your F buddy, like Taylor say? Yeah,
They're in some close in age.
So at 56, most women they ready to go. Like y'all can
We're
fuck
ready to go where?
5 times a night. Y'all can do it all the time. Are you
Okay.
are you and your partner sexually compatible? Are y'all bouncing off the
We
walls?
good.
What y'all doing?
Again, we good. Like I said, I ain't trying to F nobody else, so clearly I'm straight.
So if someone comes along, say a guy comes along and you decide you want to move along into a monogamous relationship with him, what would that guy look like? What are you looking for? Pretty much is what I'm asking.
Um, I am looking for someone who is confident within himself, because the kind of work that I do, I'm out and about a lot. I'm meeting other people. I'm in business meetings and events and things like that. So so I'm looking for someone who's confident. So when I am solo in those kinds of events, that they are comfortable with the work that I do, number one. Number two, if I have to have a plus one, they need to be able to show up and hold their own. Right. So, I need that. I'm looking for someone who's compassionate. I'm looking for someone who is a provider. And let me be very clear when I say provider, because, I know that nowadays with, women, we have our own, we got our own shit or whatever. And I'm not necessarily looking at someone to like, pay all the bills or anything like that. But yeah, I want someone who can lead, who is a leader. And that comes with, a lot of responsibility, because it doesn't mean just lead without asking or us having a conversation, but it does mean that he takes the lead. And because I'm tired of leading, me, myself, and I, and my small one. So yeah, that part, my child.
What's it look like for you in the sack?
Oh, it's mandatory. Like you said, you just said it. Like I
Like
got
what?
to
What
get
you
mine,
need?
so you need to be able to bring it. Like I'm gonna need. And also, I'm at a point in my life where I'm a lot more adventurous, I think, than what I have been in the past. So I'm looking for adventure. And it's interesting because you keep bringing up this whole like poly thing, and that is not necessarily the lifestyle that I want to live in. But if I want to go to the boom boom room, yeah, I need somebody to ride out with me. Let's go to the boom boom room.
Okay. So what's the most adventurous thing you've done sexually?
Um, wow, that's a great question.
Is that
I've not been in a threesome. I've not been in a threesome. But I've explored some things. Like I'm into submission and stuff like that.
I knew it. You know how I do that? You know
How
how I
did you
do
know
that?
that? How did you know that?
We used
Help.
I'm in these business meetings all day, and I need for him to be secure in himself. What I took from that is that you are a boss in your day-to-day dealings, in your job, in your career. So when you get home and when it's time for him to lead, whether it's in the house, daily chores, but especially in the bedroom, you don't want to have to do all that. You want to submit. So, right or am I wrong?
You're right.
Yeah, I be knowing to tell you. I be knowing to tell
I see.
So, have you explored that shit? Have you been tied up and gagged? You get the gag ball? What else?
No, I don't have the gag ball.
So, what have you done? How far?
Because I can't say my safe word if I've got a ball in my mouth.
How far? So, how far have you explored the BD? Because I'm not experiencing that lifestyle at all.
Mm.
I grew up in the 80s. I'm a lover. I like, Force MCs and Luther Vandross, all that shit. All the pleasure is pain. I'm not into that. So how far have you went into it?
More the farthest I've gone to date is being tied up, or the leg bar, which is my favorite.
The leg bar.
Tay nod, she know what it is.
What's the leg bar, Tay?
I'll let Nkole answer that.
Well, Tay, you the expert in your show. What's
Google
the
it. Google it.
I'm an expert.
Google.
What's the leg bar?
Just what it says. Like, imagine being in a V with a bar with ankle straps strapped to your ankle, and you're in that position, and you can't move. You can't close your legs. Your legs are shish kebabs.
Literally a bar in between your legs.
It's strapped to your ankles.
Yeah, you have ankle cuffs.
Oh, okay.
Are you Googling right now?
Now I'm trying to envision that shit.
Okay, because your eyes are like moving, man.
I'm trying to, you see, I'm trying to compute, right? So it's a form of restraint.
Yes, a form of submission.
And you say tied up, are you talking like handcuffs, like bed sheets? Or are you talking about rope play?
Okay, yes.
Oh, okay, all right. So you've done so obviously you've been with people who are experienced, because I've seen the rope play and like seen somebody like do like a public demonstration at a place that I was at, and they were tying this person up, and it was
What place, Marvin? I'm just joking.
it's that swingers club, but they were tying this. They brought out like this hook, and he was just like intricately like tying this woman up, right? And a lot of the people I was with was like, man, that shit is sexy. And I was like, man, that shit like some slave shit to me. But I don't yuck nobody's yum. But I was thinking like, cause like he like tied up a pinky toe, and I was like, damn, what if she catch a cramp? Like he got to untie all this shit, but they had like some scissors or whatever. I guess if there's an emergency exit. But so you into all that, the rope one.
I am open
Rope
to
play.
experiences. I am open to experiences to determine what I like and what I don't like.
Okay. So that leads me into a question. You say the older you get, the more adventurous you're looking to explore. So what is on your sexual bucket list?
That's a good question. Probably, let's see. I think, like I said, I think going on vacation to a resort where people are free-spirited and have common interests in terms of their sexuality. That's on my bucket list.
Is that a fancy way of saying Hito?
Right.
Yeah, y'all motherfuckers is politically correct. Yeah.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Yes.
It sounds like the perfect place for Hito to do Christmas and Hito, huh?
Right.
Okay, so you want to swing?
No, I don't necessarily want to swing.
You want to be like voyeur Warrior exhibitionist.
Yes, and just to be in that same space and sharing space with others, I think is a good entry point. Like I'm not like walking in the door for my first time, like, okay, you and you, let's go. Like, no, that's not, I'm a little bit more conservative than that. But I think to be in the same space to observe and then just to kind of get lost in your partner, I think that's kind of sexy. I don't think that's kind of sexy. That's sexy as hell to me.
Yeah, you can do that at a swingers club. You know, I'm sure they have some in the shot.
Yes.
It's cold in the shot though, so
Yeah, it
it's
is.
a lot more fun.
Yeah, but there are many other cities that offer Atlanta, Miami. You know, I stay out of the A though. That's a lot going on down there.
Especially Atlanta. We ain't
Right.
gonna mention the spot because we already gave them too much pub.
Right.
They need to give us
No
some-
free advertising. They ain't paying y'all.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. So is there anything you won't do?
I'm sure there is. Yeah, there are some things I won't do. Like I'm not at the point where I'm looking at like a triad or multiple partners. I'm not there yet. I'm not, and I don't know if I will get there. But for me, I'm just
Bring
yeah.
it back to something like sexual though. Like, I mean, because that's, I don't want to say it's extreme, but I'm gonna say that people have to have like a certain mindset for that.
True,
Like
true, for
to be
sure.
poly or to be open or to be a swinger. But in terms of like sexual acts, stuff that you've done in the bed, like, is there something like, nah, I'll never do that or I'll never do that again?
Um, I haven't been at the never do that again, but I think I would not have anybody poop on me. That shit's crazy. Like I don't deal with like bodily fluid type shit, literally. That's probably
It's crazy.
talk about me. Yeah, so you keep all your bodily fluids to yourself. Now, if you want me to pee on you, that's a different story, but I'm not, don't pee on me.
Yeah,
Showers.
and that might be somebody else's jam, but that's just kind of yucky to me, pun intended. And I don't even know if I could do it, like especially not number two. Maybe number one, somebody would be like, "Hey, I want you, you know, pee on me." Like, okay, let's get in the shower, get off. That's fine. But like, I couldn't even look at you the same if you let me shit on you. Like what big you said, like I would shit on you, and I'm going to shit after you leave. Don't call me again.
Yeah, I can't get into either one of those.
Yeah, no.
Giving or receiving.
Right? So that's a no-go for me.
Okay.
Stop. But other things, yeah, I'm open to.
So where are you meeting people at now? In terms of, you say going on dates, are you meeting them at business conferences or out in the streets?
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't mix business and pleasure. Straight up, that's church and state. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. And I fly all over the world, and I don't. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So you never got your meat where you eat.
I didn't say never.
See. See? I knew it. I knew it. What happened? Because obviously something happened, and that's why you don't do it anymore. What happened?
Oh, no, it's just nothing really. I years ago, decades ago, I met someone at a conference and we became friends. We were in different states and it was just one of those like, you know, twice a year type of hookups. And because the conference was twice a year, and then one conference, they told me that they were getting married. And so it stopped, but you know, in between, and it wasn't just like the hookup at the conferences, like, you know, it was, you know, the conversations, or if you're on a business trip, or, you know, I might fly out, or you might fly me out, or, you know, stuff like that. And we meet up, you know, that type of thing. And so there were definitely feelings on both sides of it. But then, you know, they decide, you know, they were getting married. They had a whole other life. And, you know, so did I. And then we, you know, we both went into committed relationships and we've remained good friends. But that was, and it was long term. It was like ongoing for like, you know, a while. And that's just not something that I would choose to do again. And that's the only time that that's ever happened. Like, I don't hook up at conferences because, again, I don't, I make money based on my clients. So I can't be fucking my clients. That shit's crazy.
So you broke the rule. Y'all are friends with benefits and y'all caught feelings.
Right. Exactly. We were friends with benefits and caught feeling on both sides. And that shit was crazy for a minute, and just, the intensity of it. And I don't want to do that again.
Okay. Have you ever been with someone who has asked you to do something that was a complete turn off?
No.
Okay.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Tay?
No, because I think
Tay, I know you got a story.
Tay, you got a story? I'm gonna need more wine. Y'all are killing me over here. Okay, keep talking. Okay.
No, I mean, not one that's really bad, but a guy weirded me out once when he said he needed to play in my hair in order to have an orgasm. I thought that was weird.
Wow.
What you mean? Like, while y'all was in the act?
Yes. Yes.
That's not weird.
It was weird to me. Maybe because I was in my 20s, so maybe that's why it was weird to me, because I was young. But I mean, I just didn't. And I mean, everybody has their fetishes, I guess, but I just didn't see how playing in my hair would.
Most women like having their hair played with or pulled and all that type of shit.
I do, but I think it was the fact that he said he needed it. That's what made me be like, okay, that's a little weird. But again, I was in my 20s, so I wasn't as open as I am now.
That was before so you were yucking his yum at the time, right?
I let him do it, but yeah, in my mind, I was like, ew.
All right, so Nkole, cuffing season probably got what, a month and a half?
Yes.
All right, spring's gonna be here before you know it.
Yes.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stay with your buddy, or you gonna get out in the streets and try to find somebody new?
Well, after cuffing season, it's festivals and all kind of events happening. So I'm not married and I'm not in a committed relationship. So I will be out and about and see what happens. I mean, I have a flow chart in my mind about how this shit plays out. So we can either choose to go our separate ways, or if I find someone that else I'm interested in, I'd break off and go in that direction. Again, I'm only sleeping with one person. That's just, I know people are like, no, that's just not me, because I don't have sex without feelings, and I don't choose to try to even play like, I mean, my zodiac sign is my sign is love. So for someone to expect from me, Libra.
I don't know much about Libras.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We love everybody. We're all about love and
what month is Libra?
October.
September, August, September?
October. End of September, October.
And oh, you're fortunate. You know why?
She's not a Scorpio.
Could have been a motherfucking Scorpio.
I know, right? Almost right there, boy.
Don't nobody like a Scorpio.
I don't like them because I'm surrounded by them, but
right. I have a really good friend that's a Scorpio, and he's a sweetheart. So I don't buy into that. But so yeah, I can't at this point in my life, I don't do. And I haven't been out there enough, Marvin. Like you said, like through the pandemic and shit, like I was on shutdown for, forever. So I don't know what I'm capable of. We'll see this season, won't we? Because this will be like the first time I'm really out. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see what's up. But I know I'm getting this summer body ready.
Ready.
See what happens. So yeah.
So we've come to the end of our show. We have a game we play called Nasty or Normal. So I'm going to give you a sexual situation or act, and you tell me if for you it's nasty or normal.
Okay.
This one I've asked a guy, so I'm going to see if I get a different answer because you're a woman. A guy ejaculating on your face, is that nasty or normal?
Normal.
Okay. Okay. Thought I would get a different answer, but that was the same.
I did too. I thought she was gonna be ick. Yeah, I did too. But it's not something you do all the time though. Like
No.
that's just on what, birthdays and anniversaries.
Right.
Well, whenever the mood strikes, but it's not an everyday thing.
New Year's.
Holidays, birthdays.
If I met you at Essence, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
What?
You said you go to festivals and shit. But anyway, well, Nkole, we appreciate it.
Yes.
Stay warm and shy. You know, hope for the best with you and your friends with benefits. And then, you know, as cuffing season ends, go out there and, you know, hot girl summer, hot girl spring, whatever. And have fun, but be safe. And remember, wrap it before you tap it, okay?
Always. Thank you guys for having me. This was fun. I hope I was a good guest.
Tell where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, you have a topic you want us to talk about, anything, you can reach us at cvadthepodcast@gmail.com. And make sure you like this video, share, and subscribe.
All right, we'll holler at you next time. Peace.
Bye.